Levo Evo, it is the perfect shuttle lap e-bike. It's got 180mm of front wheel travel, it's got 170mm of rear wheel travel, it's got a removable battery so you can just keep going for as many batteries as you've got. What did they need, however? They needed big dirty coil shocks. So we've done these 3 builds, 3 different ways of building this bike with 3 different suspension brands, but we've got a coil on the rear to really eat up as much trail as possible and really go with the heavy hitting nature of the bike. 3 ways of doing it then. I'll start with this one in the middle because this is our Halo tier bike. We noticed a bit of an omission from the Evo range, which was a top model. So we took this comp and fully upgraded it. So the parts are basically what you'd see on an S-Works. So that means XX transmission, carbon roval traverse wheels with 240 hubs. We've put the DF pedal kickback device in that hub as well. It's a Reverb AXS dropper post, Maven Ultimate brakes, and of course, Zeb Ultimate fork, Vivid Ultimate shock. That's a really cool bike. Moving on, we have the Pro model. This sits 1 rung below. So the drivetrain is XO, the wheels have 350 hubs, and then the Mavens are the silver as opposed to the Ultimate. Everything else though is pretty top. This one we put Öhlins on because we thought it would work really well with the black, and you know what it does. So 38 and the TTX coil shock, absolutely lovely. It's probably my favourite one. And finally, this one's quite interesting actually because this bike actually started its life as a Levo 4 plain and simple. But you can buy the shock yoke aftermarket to turn that platform into the 170mm travel Evo. So with a different shock yoke and a longer shock and then a longer fork, of course, you turn the standard 4 into a 4 Evo. So that's really cool. This is a pro level build as well, so basically the same build kit as the one over there, only this one we spec with Fox Factory. So the amazing thing is with these bikes is we've got one for each of the major suspension brands, which is really interesting. A little bit about the suspension on each bike, starting with Fox. Fox suspension, very dependable stuff, and the big thing with this is adjustment. So you've got obviously high and low speed compression adjust on both the fork and the shock, and you've got 2 rebound adjustments on Fox, which you don't get with other stuff. So if you really like getting in depth with your adjustments, you can tune high and low speed rebound, which is quite cool. Generally, you know what you're getting with Fox, which is good. RockShox have really changed things up, which is really cool. They've got adjustable bottom out is the big thing now, which you can dial on both fork and the shock. It's like a hydraulic bottom out, and then you can kind of add resistance to that and dial in where in the travel it starts to resist bottoming out, so that's quite cool. The new Zeb's also quite feature packed. You've got the linear XL air spring, which seems to be the new approach now, make everything a little bit more linear and rely more on damping than on air spring for your support, which makes the whole thing a lot more tunable essentially. So off the top, these forks are really nice and supple. They also feature the new ButterWagon thing, which is dimples on the fork stanchions that as they go down, they pick up fluid from the bottom of the fork and then back up again and drag the oil up and lubricate all the bushings and the seals up here. So that's really cool, and it just keeps it feeling nicer for longer. That's your RockShox. Öhlins, much like Fox, always been a bit of a constant. You always know what you're going to get. You get a shock with plenty of adjustments. It's also just a very reliable shock, this is. It's quite overbuilt, but uses a lot of motocross technology. So it is very robust. You can abuse it a little bit. Adjustments similar to Fox and RockShox. In fairness, you've only got 1 rebound adjust on this. Keeps it relatively simple. The fork, Öhlins have always done this. It's really quite interesting. You've got 2 air chambers. You've got the one that does the suspension, and then you've got a ramp up chamber, which is instead of where you'd put volume spacers in a normal fork, you pump up a second chamber in this fork, which just ramps the fork up at a faster or a slower rate. The benefit of that is it's infinitely adjustable, because obviously you can put a little bit of air in, a lot of air in, and anywhere in between, whereas volume spacers, it's in 10cc chunks, so not quite so infinitely adjustable. So that's quite a cool little feature. And don't they look brilliant all next to each other? What a lineup.